success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Sooners will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. So USF's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
It's complete. Can anyone catch him? Running inside the 20. Touchdown, South Florida. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll bring it out. It's Hart. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. So Oklahoma's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Sooners want to crank the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground. At the 40, there he goes. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's evolved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality?
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Gets rid of it. He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. And the Bulls get enough to move the chains.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
At the 46-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Now on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, he chews up yards, doesn't he? That's really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you could tell he's got some ability to make big plays. And thank goodness they got him on the ground, and there wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Makes a grab enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy, and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you want to go up. Nice job on 1st down stopping him. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Johnson wants to throw it. He wants it all. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call and they get the INT.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
To the ground with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. Snags it down the right side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Johnson. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he's got it inside the 35. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, you keep that passing game up, you can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Floating away. He's going to run it. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down coming up. Johnson looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback will audible. On third down, he drops the throw. Dumps it to the back. Complete out of the backfield. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
He makes the connection. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Bulls moving quickly to the line. He wants to throw. He'll take the deep shot. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Oregon. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
On the ground with the counter. Open space at the 25. Oh, look out. There he goes. The 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points coming courtesy of that spectacular 86-yard run to the house. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Time dwindles whittling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Johnson wants to throw it. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, South Florida.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. So as it turns out, a two-play drive results in a field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
The Bulls will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looking for blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Sooners in the hurry-up.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Makes his connection. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Handoff from the shotgun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute. And they do it.
Leaves it with the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Calls his own number. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. And the Bulls are in the hurry-up. On the move. Touchdown, USF! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his spot. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of the game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely.
He's into the open down the middle at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
All right, you gave up the big play, defense. I know they got a big chunk, but they didn't get in the end zone. You live to fight another day. Now you got to bow your necks up and make this stop inside the 5.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Florida.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown.
21.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this field.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen our defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Picks up the first down. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
21.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Quick completion on the out route. The Sooners want to move quickly.
The wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes that when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Made a defender miss. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably I'm going to need these runs. I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Leaves it with the running back. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly. And it's caught. Touchdown, Sooner.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Johnson wants to throw it. It's caught downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
They'll try the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Quarterback checking the play. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that kick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Fires to the right. He's got it. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Here's a throw downfield late. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Looking to go up top on first down. Holds it in on the left. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown Bulls. And once he got loose, it was all over. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple of possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulls. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Johnson wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got a 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooner!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 1st down here for the offense. Quarterback checking off. They'll start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Johnson looking to throw. Going up top. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. They want to throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offenses have just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.